MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the San Francisco Giants and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Philadelphia Phillies.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Aaron Nola gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And we'll just see if he's on today. That means he's throwing strikes with all of them, and he'll have a dominant game if he does so. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Phillies. And I'm looking in the outfield, Odubel Herrera. When the Phillies were turning things around and turning that organization upside down, bringing up young talent, he was the first guy. Won batting titles in the minor leagues and really got off to a good start in the big leagues as well.
Now at the plate, Denard Span. He'll begin things here against Aaron Nola. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Line drive to left. And Span is aboard. It's a base hit. So the leadoff hitter reaches with good speed. The two-hole hitter can handle the bat. We'll see if they have a play on here with nobody out.
The first baseman, number 9, Brandon Belt.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. His past line against Aaron Nola, 2 for 3. Nobody out, runner on first. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Fielded cleanly. Galvis on to first, and they get them both.
Hey, it's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result, a double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Here's Buster Posey now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. For the second time, it looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond. But now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Squared that one up just a little late.
Well, he's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Yeah, Matt, Freddie might call a few strikes below the knees in this one, but he tends to get pretty good reviews. Players don't argue a whole lot. He's consistent. He almost never impacts the game in a negative way.
Looks at a fastball low here, and it's full 3-2. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And Buster will take ball 4. And down to first heads Posey.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Set. Here's the 3-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Galvis ranging into the outfield. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. One left for San Francisco. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. With that, a look at the Phillies' batting order in this one. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say, have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Madison Bumgarner will be the man on the mound for the G-men. What do you have for us on him, H?
Matt, he comes in to start carrying the career ERA, get this, of under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. So let's see if he's got his great stuff in this outing as well. Let's take a look at the Giants defense, brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate, you got Buster Posey. Took him a little while to figure out how to work things in the big leagues, but boy, can he catch. He can still catch and throw. He'll fool you every now and then, too, but he calls a tremendous game.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner has seen him go 3 for 9. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Stepping in, Howie Kendrick, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
On to first, and Bumgarner's rolling right through him here. 2 away now.
Batting third.
And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. So digging in now, Odubel Herrera. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Bumgarner into his motion. 1-1 on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Skied into straightaway right. Pence has a read on it. And that's the third out. We played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's 1 for 2. Now he lifts a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory on the right side. Joseph is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
Digging in now, Eduardo Nunez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Coming to the plate now, Jarrett Parker. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Here comes the payoff pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Pereira ranging back at the track, but it's over his head and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
They just can't catch a break. After he connected, it looked like it had the distance to bring in the first run of the game, but it bounces over the fence for a ground rule double, so the runner has to be held at third. If they don't get some runs here, they're going to start thinking they're cursed.
Standing in now, Madison Bumgarner. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Joe Panik. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first, and the Giants will be turned away here as that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Into the box now, Maikel Franco. He'll begin things here against Madison Bumgarner. Fouled back.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate he just fouled it off.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Again, a 1-2. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit in the box score. But, man, that ball is hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself if he stays consistent and keeps that approach.
In now, Michael Saunders. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box now, Tommy Joseph. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
Now at the plate, Cameron Rupp. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, at the plate, he kind of got bailed out on that previous pitch. I think it should have been a strike. Then he goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him. Not a lot of protecting with 2 strikes there.
Into the box, Freddie Galvis. Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2.
It's a big at bat right here, Matt. You have to get to him early in the game. I know there's 2 outs. You got to run the scoring position, but the good pitchers get stronger the deeper they go in the game.
Hit on the ground to third. He's got it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. Will move to the third with no score. Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. A base hit in his first trip. Grounded back up the middle. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The first baseman.
Boy, he really had to go a long way to his left to get to that one, as is evidenced by show track. Good first step and a great throw to get it there in time. Definitely took away what looked to be a hit off the bat. Stepping in now, Brandon Belt. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. The 1-2 pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
I like how he worked him backwards for that strike out there. He wasn't showing the fastball early in the at-bat, but then went back-to-back once he had the hitter down in the count.
In now, Buster Posey. As he lifts it in the air to right field. Saunders is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Digging in, Aaron Nola, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. Nunez gloves it, and he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar
Striding in
Hernandez.
once again, Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. count is full. Here's the pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Hey, anytime a pitcher locates a fastball
Now
on the
batting,
inside corner,
left
it's going to
fielder,
be a tough pitch to hit.
Howie
That one was spot
Kendrick.
on, and he had no answer for it.
Into the box now, Howie Kendrick. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Coming in is Span. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. With Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian as Hunter Pence digs in to get the inning started. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, they'll get 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for it.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at bat here. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. Another full count pitch home. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You could just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Into the box, Brandon Crawford. Now a swing and a ball foul tipped straight into the catcher's glove as he's able to hold on for the 2nd out.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Standing in now, Eduardo Nunez. Changeup. Good pitch there. 1-2.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think it's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
Joseph in foul ground. Oh, he can't hold on to it. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The next 3-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. And that's through for a hit.
He was starting to settle in. He has retired 7 hitters in a row. That base hit right there kind of breaks it up. And now let's see how he's out of the stretch. Hasn't been there for a while.
In now, Jarrett Parker hits this one hard the other way. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Giants leave one. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Odubel Herrera. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Bounced softly in front of the plate. And he's set down, 1 away.
Third baseman, number 7, Maikel Franco.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Maikel Franco. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a hard liner. But this will be a foul ball. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Just a bit low, ball 3. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
The right fielder, number 5, Michael.
Ready for another chance?
Saunders.
Michael Saunders comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Well, he hit that ball hard right there. I think he got a little bit lucky. If it's at somebody, probably a double play ball instead of a single.
Joseph.
Stepping in now, Tommy Joseph. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here's the 2-2. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, we got a big pitch coming up now. That's ball 3 right there. And look at, with this situation with 2 guys already on, you don't want to load the bases. You got to come after him, make a swing of bat.
From the belt, the pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back goes Span. Still ranging back. Leaps and he makes the catch. He took away a home run. Wow. And he'll take those extra 90 feet. So put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning.
That was a pretty spectacular catch right there. A lot of guys mistimed that jump because they're worried about the wall coming on. But he got it just right and hauled it in. Great stuff.
Into the box, Cameron Rupp. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Pence. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Digging in to try it again, Madison Bumgarner. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the 1st out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Standing in now, Joe Pennant. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing a bat at that pitch.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. A hit in 2 tries so far. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Fastball in there, 3-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Sent on the ground out to 2nd. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, he rolled over that one. Not the most impressive single, but it's a line drive in the books.
Number 9, Brandon Belt.
Now a throw over to first, and the throw's in fact dropped. Into the box now, Brandon Belt. Pitch outside, the throw. Not in time as he steals 2nd.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. Buster Posey would be next. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. And Belt will lay off ball 4 as he's able to reach on the base on balls.
The catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Digging in once again, Buster Posey. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Smoke toward the hole. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. And some trouble now in right field. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
RBI base hit here in the 5th inning. That's the first one to bring a run home. We're seeing quite a pitcher's duel today.
Hunter Pence.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. In now, Hunter Pence. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
2 down, runners at first and second. Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Once again, a 3-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Giants will have to be content with just the 1. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Giants 1 and the Phillies nothing. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now another 0-2. Popped up. There to take it is Belt for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Andres Blanco will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Blanco.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Hit on the ground to third. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. Ready for another shot now. Cesar Hernandez. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you've punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can't dominate him for a 3rd time.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to Belt, and they turn the double play. That ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. The Giants lead it 1-0. Joely Rodriguez takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 63, Joely Rodriguez.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman Eduardo Nunez.
Digging in once again, Eduardo Nunez. He steps in off a base hit in his last at bat. 1 out, nobody on. Two and one.
1 strike.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location. And unless they're looking for it.
Something has